You are listening to CrossTalk, a safe place to discuss addiction, recovery, harm reduction, and everything in between. Support for this podcast comes from the Kentucky Opioid Response Effort and Advocates of Recovery. Content and production by the team at Turning Point Recovery Community Center. Now, buckle up and get ready for the show.
Welcome everyone to CrossTalk Recovery, the recovery podcast that supports all forms of recovery. I'm Matt Lewis, and I'm here with
Sam Peterson,
Nathan Brockett.
Welcome, guys. Back in the studio.
Right?
Had several on the road podcasts recently.
Yeah.
And, you know, a couple without you guys. Sam, you were with me at P3 Fest, and of course we were all at the recovery rally, but we've been busy, man.
Oh, it's been real busy. You know, seems like we've been doing a lot. Nathan hasn't.
In the rear with the gear. That's my go-to excuse for anybody.
It's like we do a lot of stuff, and then we give Nathan a lot of paperwork to put in the computer.
Okay, somebody's got to do it, man.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
Yeah, that's how everybody always tells me when it's just me and him. He's like, you know,
man, just all the paperwork.
I'm so glad I don't have to talk to people anymore. I just do paperwork all day.
Right, yeah. I remember when he was peer support like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Paper support now. IT, HR, all of it.
A lot of responsibility.
It's okay.
No, but yeah, I mean, we've been busy. We've been going around. We had Recovery Month and
It's good.
Halloween party or the trunk or treat we had was a success. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. There's a lot of glitter in the van.
Yeah, that was me doing something.
I'll go on record as saying I hate glitter.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Glitter is not cool.
Yeah. What did I tell you the other day, Sam? Oh, people always talk about time travel, right? You know, like if I could travel back in time, what would you do? Oh, I would kill Hitler.
Yeah.
And I said I'd kill the guy who invented glitter.
Right.
Really?
For sure.
It's so pointless.
I remember the last time I've purposely used glitter, to be honest with you.
And I think it frustrated me more that it was all in the van because I just vacuumed the van.
He had, like, you know, he got in there, really
nice
got at it.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
But you know, acceptance.
It's all good fun.
Well, it was not really, but
yeah, it looked like everybody who was there was having fun. Sam and I were bowling.
We were bowling.
It's okay.
On Halloween.
It was freezing. It was freezing outside.
We were warm.
Yeah, but it was a good event, right? You had a big turnout.
It had to have been over 100 folks that passed by all the booths we had. A lot of community partners participated.
Cool.
Ain't no telling how much candy. I mean, we ran out, and it was a good time, man. You know, and of course, they're doing it all over the town too. Jefferson Street had their trick or treating extravaganza they do every year, and we still was able to make some stuff happen.
Did anybody give you any candy? I mean, you were a banana.
I wasn't a banana this year, actually.
Oh.
No, I wore that costume to work, just for the heck of it.
Banana.
Banana.
But I was dressed as the Grim Reaper from Temu.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's just a Temu costume that was bought on Temu. That was a Grim Reaper.
All right. Was it a good one?
Yeah.
Somebody's in the closet.
Somebody's in the closet. Yeah. We're recording a podcast over here, so will you turn the light off when you leave?
Nothing.
Yeah, the fun things that happen in the podcast studio. But yeah, I'm glad it was a good event. I'm happy about. We've had a decent fall. It's been pretty. The trees changing colors, and you know, I like hoodie weather.
Having to kind of recalculate our outreach efforts, you know, sitting out in this cold with the table was kind of like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's like with the Matter van, we're transitioning to door knocking. Sam and I went out the other day in Clinton.
Yeah, it was pretty successful, I think.
We shall be up
talked
moving,
to a few
you know
people.
what I mean? Up moving around, getting your blood flowing instead of just sitting there.
Instead of sitting there, especially now that it's cold, you know.
For sure.
But you know, that's what the Matter van's at. Meet them where they are.
That's right,
man.
man.
Come right to your house.
Right in the front yard.
Unexpectedly.
Take this Narcan.
You want to go treat it?
Yeah. We didn't get out the zip ties yet, you know.
Yeah, one of these days We're going to implement my plan.
We'll keep that just right there in the pocket. It's funny, though.
But, yeah, we're having a good time. And it's good to just be back in here with you guys, you know, riffing. Catching up. But I thought that for a topic to talk about today is, you know, we're all, I guess even Nathan, are peer supports.
Right.
You know, and we constantly do one-on-ones, meeting with people, trying to help people, listen to people, help them to set goals, encourage them, motivate them. That's what peer support's all about. That's how I do it. So, but we rarely, because Nathan doesn't do his job, get to talk about.
Right. Like we used to have this peer support group.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when somebody else had that position. I don't know who it was. They had to
He
do
wasn't
that.
great at it either.
No, that person was horrible at it. But they made him do it, and they don't make Nathan. So there's maybe a small.
I'm so busy with paperwork.
Oh yeah, here we go.
All
Here we
that
go.
stuff.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The violin, world's smallest violin.
If you guys only,
Yeah,
y'all
but
should, because y'all give it to me.
But look, I mean, we all talk to each other and help each other out. You
Right.
know, that's like, we have a good relationship going on in the office. People will tell each other what's going on in their lives, and we all try to be supportive of each other.
Right.
But I just thought, like, you know, rarely, or at least, you know, do I sit down with someone and set a goal and then them encourage me towards it. You know, we talk about goals, we joke about goals, and you know, and I know that we're all working on stuff individually. You know, I'm not saying that. I know that we are, because we have to be. We know that we have to be.
Yeah.
But I just thought it'd be fun for us to, you know, come on here and each set a goal. It'll be, you know, documented on the podcast.
Right.
And we can encourage each other and motivate each other towards that. And then also our listeners can, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
you know, try to check on us, make sure keep us in check, man, because everybody needs it. You know, we're all people in recovery, and we all need to be working on ourselves and moving forward.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the one of the things I actually enjoy now is when I find a new character defect to work on, because I now have the tools. I know I've conquered a lot of my character defects and shortcomings. I know that it's possible to overcome them, to be a better person.
Right.
So when I have something else to work on, I'm like, yes, I get to be even a better person than I already am. You know, and for me, it's exciting because that's the goal.
Of course.
Is perfection. No one will never reach it, but we always are going to have something to work on. Always something, no matter how big or small it is. So, you know, I figured Nathan could go first.
Yeah. Yeah, Nathan.
You know, thanks to recovery and you know, the awesome people that I came up with, it's pretty standard for me to set personal goals. You know what I mean? I actually, believe it or not, while I'm doing my paperwork,
Yeah.
I write my goals down. It's something that really stuck with me when I was at Centerpoint that I continue to do. Making out the goal list and, you know, short-term goals, long-term goals, things like that. So I'm pretty self-motivated when it comes to that. And also I identify a lot of things that I forget about through peer support, doing one-on-ones, that relation piece with people. And, you know, I can, when I'm helping them, it's helping me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's something that I've identified that I want to work towards.
We'll be right back. One thing I have always wondered is who put the alphabet in alphabetical order. At Turning Point, our goal is to help you put your life back in order. If you struggle or have struggled with substance use disorder and are in need of help, come see us at 415 Broadway Street, Paducah, Kentucky, or call 270-444-3621 and sign up for peer support services with one of our friendly staff who have lived experience with addiction. Hope to see you soon.
Hey y'all, did you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland because they get lonely? Here at Turning Point, we don't want you to ever be lonely either. That's why we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Always feel free to come hang with our friendly staff, and don't forget your guinea pig. We're located at 415 Broadway Street, downtown Paducah.
And if I had to just kind of, we're all buddies here, and this ain't nothing too personal, but my main goal that I'm working on right now is being a more patient dad. That's a tough one for me, because I know I'm great with kids. You know what I'm saying? I love my little boy, and it's not, without spilling too much information out to the general public, but
the anger issues.
I don't know if that's it, or if I don't know what it is. I haven't quite narrowed it down, man. Like I feel myself getting easily angered more than I would with kids.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And they can be frustrating.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got a house full over there.
Yeah.
You're doing a deal with the kids. So I'm going to co-sign. You're doing great.
Yeah, I know. And I just
But
don't.
there's always that but, right?
There is a
But
but.
you know better. I mean, we're also not there with you at home.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing crazy. I promise. It's not
I
like
don't know,
that.
man. I mean, we at least once a week we go stare through his windows.
Yeah, it's okay.
You weren't
man.
supposed to tell him. And he's just sitting in there playing video games, ignoring them. So
That's what I do. But in reality, man, it's more that I know how I grew up. You know what I'm saying, and how I don't want to be with my kids. And when I feel myself getting impatient, or I'll use the word intolerant, it hurts my feelings. Like, I'm constantly, Nikki, my girlfriend, she's my rock. She's the one that I go to and talk to about these things. And she's patient with me while I'm trying to be patient with our kids. This is new to me, man. You know, I've only been a dad for not even 2 years now.
Well, man, I mean, you went from having
no kids to 4.
Right. Just like, boom.
Yeah. And this is a growing process for me. And it's helping me to be a better person through it, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to come talk to me about the silly decisions you made that led you down to a relapse and all that stuff.
You
and
got that. That's easy, right?
No problem.
Somebody comes in a mental health crisis. Nathan's
good.
the guy.
Yeah.
I'm the one, hey, man, you know, things like that. But let's talk about cleaning bedrooms because glitter's everywhere. Let's talk about not painting on televisions, those things. And so
painting on television.
Yeah. So that's, you see what I'm talking about? I'm just letting you know. But I don't like when when you feel yourself start to get angry, and I hate that feeling because I used to feel that so long towards my dad growing up, and I hate it. And I don't want the children to feel like I felt. And so that's where I've practiced pausing when agitated. I almost got to say it to myself sometimes. Nikki, being my accountability partner, is tapping me on the shoulder when she thinks that I'm getting angry. Because I just don't want to. Once you say something, you can't take it back. And I know some of
It's out there.
I remember some of the things I've heard. And I don't want to do that to them. So if that's, call it a recovery goal, life goal, whatever you want to call it. That's been my biggest struggle here lately that I'm slowly making steps on. But I'm conscious of it, and I try not to let it eat me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, what's a way that we can help you to do that? Because we're not at your
I'm not
house.
watching your kids.
Yeah.
And that's not,
we don't babysit.
I have a good one, and it's the same thing that because y'all are my friends, same thing as what I've asked Nikki is just, if I come and don't know what to do, or I just need a sounding board, just be there. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can do.
We're always there. I know it's just, and I know like we open up to each other about a lot of stuff, but then there's some of those things that you just feel sometimes weird about sharing, and you just have to be like, know that we might give you a little grief about it, but we love you, and right behind that we'll be there to support you and listen and help you.
Don't hurt them, Nathan. I'm not.
No,
it's not none of that. But I would never take back the dynamic that my life is in today. I just want to perfect it.
Right.
I'm trying, and because this is a gift that I've been given through my hard works of trying to make my life better. And well, I used to fumble, and I haven't fumbled yet. And so I think I'm taking the necessary steps. I'm being vulnerable and talking about the things that are issues.
Yeah, and I think one of the first steps and the most important steps always is recognizing it. Like recognizing, hey, this is something that I need to work on. That's huge. Recognizing it and then the willingness to do it.
Or if the kids would just act right.
Well, if you were a better father.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's and Nikki does that. I love that. That's what I'm talking about. The humor, I can find humor in it and it not be so just bad. You know what I mean? Because it's nothing like it's nothing like the home's getting there's not a catastrophe in my home. I have a peaceful place. It's in me, and I feel it, and it's something that is I believe is necessary as a person to get in check before resentment comes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've talked to my sponsor about it, even though we don't talk as much as I should probably in this situation. He's just told me his biggest thing is to give myself grace. I'm trying, and it made me feel better.
I think sometimes it's just stepping back and realizing how good my life is compared to where it used to be helps too.
Oh yeah, I mean the gratitude aspect and the perspective aspect of this, is crucial to everything. Like all these problems that pale in comparison, as I say all the time.
And I mean, we're all starting to get pretty well removed from a drink or a drug, so
yeah.
It's not as prevalent in my front as it used to be. I still remember, but I mean, it's not like it was yesterday or a year ago or 2 years ago. I mean,
it's a couple 24 hours ago.
But as you get more time, but and I think we're always harder on ourselves than other people would be on us because we are trying to do so much better than what we used to do and things of that nature. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit either for the strides we are making. Yeah. But like you said, you're like, hey, I don't like this about myself. What steps am I going to do to change this? And you've already listed several things you're doing to be a better person. And like Matt said, man, to me, that's what recovery is about today is trying to be a better person. Yeah. Am I working towards being the best person I can be? Yeah. Which is the pursuit of perfection that we'll never reach. But I mean, I feel like I'm a lot better person than I was 4 years ago.
Right.
Certainly.
Even 2 years ago in sobriety.
For sure.
Do you guys ever feel the pressure of setting an example in given our roles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a certain level of accountability in itself. It's like when you're in that role of, hey, this is how we're going to do it. You can't be the one that's...
You got to practice what you preach.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the hypocrite.
Right.
That does more harm than good.
That's 100% integrity, man. Especially because, that old adage that, you might not like it, but people are looking up to you. It's like crap.
What I like about... We've all known each other for a while now, and I could tell y'all anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And a lot of times I tell y'all stuff I don't want to necessarily say, but I need to get that out so that I need that accountability in my life. Yeah. I was talking to Nathan about some stuff the other day, and I was like, hey, man. I actually said, hey, here, you need to peer support me for just a minute. And I sit down in his office. We talked and worked it out. And I've done it with you. I've done it with Brandon, That's what I like about where we work is we can be open and honest about things we got going on in our lives and try to be better people.
We're blessed for the workplace relationships we have with people. And that's I couldn't imagine working anywhere else and having to deal with even something like I was talking about, like being the struggles. It's not a big struggle, but like I can talk about it and not feel like I feel like the world would. Just do better, or because as a man, and I'm supposed to be strong and all that stuff, but that's horse crap. I know better, and that comes back in my mind a lot of times too. From where I was in the military, that I'm just tough it out. And I think about that all the time, and it's just, but I don't have that in this realm. that I'm in, and that takes off so much pressure.
You're a tough guy when you admit that you need help.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to ask for sometimes. It's like, hey, I need some help.
And that's good lead by example as well, as you was talking about. Like, I got to see you guys be vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like Brandon, I've saw him be vulnerable before, even though he don't like it. I've seen it, and that renews my confidence that it's okay. You know what I mean? It makes me feel better.
Real men cry. Real men have emotions. I think that's what it takes, courage to be honest about that. And hey, you're bottling it all up. Frustrations with the kids, everything. That's we know how that ends.
Yeah.
So
who else has got a goal in this room? Not just
I do.
What's up?
I need to work on being more approachable. And I realized it.
What?
I do, man.
No, I know where this is coming from.
You don't think you're approachable?
Evidently, I'm not. I was talking to Daphne today, and I didn't remember her coming in.
That was funny.
And Daphne works with us, by the way. And she's like, I'm scared of you. I was like, why? Yeah. So evidently, sometimes I got to work on fixing my face.
I whoop my head around.
Good luck with that.
Maybe smile more at people.
But you're always smiling and laughing. That's what
I think. That's where I'm at more now. But
yeah,
I had to reflect on some things, and I was like, man, maybe am I still doing this? We talked about some of the things that were going on back then, and I was like, maybe I have grown past that a little bit, but some of my other goals, it's small stuff right now. I'm in a spot where I'm like okay with everything at the moment. And of course I have some character defects I still have to work out too, but we're not going to talk about those.
All right, then. That's the stuff I want to talk about.
Can't be on the microphone.
Some of these things. Sometimes with character defect, you can't put that out there publicly.
So being more approachable.
Just being a nicer guy in general. Maybe.
Well, I can definitely check you on that.
Yeah. That doesn't include you.
What?
It's easy for us, but Dabney was like, "Yes, Sam, I used to think you was a butthole."
I was like,
and I'm like, what?
I mean, I didn't like Sam when I first met him either.
See, there's a lot of this that I'm getting in feedback.
You get to know him, though.
I just did his paperwork.
He was my secretary.
You've been doing paperwork guy for a long time.
That's cool, bro. They pay me to do it. Pay me all right too. So
but
I make you schedule, man.
I feel like I'm a pretty nice guy, but I guess sometimes I don't put that out in the way I carry myself, so maybe I just need to work on letting people know I'm a nice guy instead of being.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm a nice guy.
Get you a name tag,
Maybe
hello, my name is Sam.
Get smiley faces embroidered on all my shirts or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Wear more smiley face t-shirts.
Staple.
Yeah. I guess I get caught up in here and then the face goes to butthole.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, and Daphne, she meant that when she said it. So
I could tell. That's why I was taking a look at it. I was like, yeah, she was not playing with me. She was serious. That's
I can reflect on the situations that used to experience then, though, and as to why she would think that. So, but it makes sense.
Well, which at the time I was doing the job Nathan's doing now, but less. It was less. I didn't have to do all the paperwork.
But you was dealing with more.
Yes.
So let's just
more bad behaviors.
Put it like that.
Right.
Yeah. But I guess. Yeah, man. One of my goals soon is going to be to find a new place. I've lived in my not because of the one thing we said.
Oh, okay.
But it's just time to move on to a nicer apartment. I really want some washer dryer hookups. In my apartment.
Oh yeah, doing laundry at home is priceless.
Yeah. Right now I'm getting. I get upset every week when I'm packing all that laundry to the laundromat and back.
I mean, what are you going to go twice a week for? Screw that. I get it though.
No, I've got enough clothes now that I can do the weekly. And
that's cool.
It's it's a lot. It's. I just wanted to be able to play PlayStation while doing the laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, that's a good goal.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. You want to know something? My biggest issue with meetings is, despite their name, they are never about me. Here at Turning Point, all of our meetings are for you and about you. We have meetings at least 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We are located at 415 Broadway, Paducah, Kentucky. Call 270-444-3621 for more information.
As a woman in recovery, I know how important having a fellowship of women has been for me. Come join us at the Women of Worth All Recovery Support Group here at Turning Point, 415 Broadway, Paducah, Kentucky, every Friday night at 6 p.m., where we discuss our personal experiences in recovery. Hope to see you there.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, my apartment's cheap, but it's not great. It is great, but it was a good starter apartment. I think it's time to move past the starter apartment.
2 years now, isn't it? A little over
3
almost.
years now. I've been living in that apartment.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it'll be 3 in April. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good goal, I'd say.
All right. Right on.
What about Matt Lucer?
My goal that I've been beginning to work on it now, because I recognized that I was getting not burnt out, but that I was just getting tired, and I wasn't being able to give 100% to everything that I try to do.
Right.
You guys know I stay super busy outside of work as well as inside of work, and my thing I'm trying to work on is really achieving that balance, man. Mm-hmm. That balance, and like I'm reading a book about balance, and I'm trying to focus on it, and I'm trying to prioritize self. The way I'm looking at it is, we hear about balance, and a lot of people think right away, like, I got to balance my work life and my home life and relationships and all that stuff
in my recovery life.
Yeah, recovery, and I got to balance all these things. Give them equal time, which it's not even. I don't even know that's not what balance is about.
No, that's
for me. I'm looking at it like, right, you can't do that. And you have to prioritize.
Yeah.
But for me, balance is like, if I'm not spiritually balanced, if I'm not 100%, if I don't get the rest that I need, if I don't get the things that to feed into myself, like, we can't give anything out of an empty cup. We have to feed in, and so that we can then be better when we're going to do all these other things that we do. When I go to work with somebody, when I go to work, or when I'm doing my volunteer work, or whatever it is, I'll be able to, I'm more whole and balanced personally, and then I'll be able to give more to the people I'm trying to help. And so that's something I'm really focusing on, like taking a day of the week, and that's my day where I'm not going to work with a sponsee, or I'm not going to do something job related. I'm going to do feeding into me, spiritually. Yeah. And I've been doing that. I'm starting to do it. It takes, Saturday's supposed to be my day, and I've already got something planned Saturday that, but
maybe
it's a process, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you guys this, and I might have already talked about it to you guys a little bit anyway, but, call me on it.
I think if Louisville makes the Orange Bowl, we need to go to Miami. It would be a great goal.
That would be fun. I mean, Miami, I never really liked Miami.
That's $75 round trip from Nashville.
Golly, for real?
Wow. You got to fly Spirit, but
the tickets are like $500.
No, you can. I was looking
the game.
About $150
to go to the game. Oh, that's
You
crazy.
can get on a payment plan with them. Vivid seats. I think it's a good goal, bro. I think it is. Like, I attribute why I'm so happy-go-lucky is because I feel like I have some internal balance. You know what I mean? Sometimes I stress a little, but like,
no, your outlook on life is way cheerier than mine, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I've earned that.
I love it
through having to I care about me big time. You know what I mean? Not to the point where I'm selfish, but I do. Like I'm okay with not doing things sometimes, telling people no. I feel like I've found some sense of balance, and that's why I was going to ask you. Like, since you've recognized this and are actively making steps, how do you feel?
Well, look, I thought I had balance too,
yeah.
But I was starting to just be like, I'm always exhausted, and I would go in, like, I don't ever want to go into a situation where I'm trying to help someone, and I'm like, I do not want to be here.
Yeah, because then you start building resentment towards that person, towards whatever the situation is.
I'd rather be laying home in bed. Exactly. And I started noticing, like we talked about, I started noticing that, and I'm like, I need to address this. And as I'm beginning to do it, I feel a lot better. I have taken a lot of time to do the things that, that fill me up, being creative, focusing on my music, spending time with God. Like, these are the things that fill me up and make me feel good. And
you definitely need to spend more time with your music. Singing lessons.
I do need some singing lessons. But you gonna pay for them?
Let me
give me singing lessons for Christmas. I'll go. Or everybody throw in and get me an auto tune.
Right. Let me
we could do that.
Let me note here, though, that one of my favorite things, and I don't speak on it, but one of my favorite things is when Matt's got a new music video out.
Oh,
because
you don't even watch them.
The bull crap.
No, Sam, he told me the other day. I don't watch
whenever one comes out, I'll watch it. I'll like it on Facebook and all that. Okay, cool.
I'm a supportive friend in the way that, like, I'll play them. On my phone while I play PlayStation.
Give you a view.
What thrills me that I don't comment on is when I come into work the next day after Matt's made a music video and he puts it on the TV. He's happy about it, even though part of me is like, he's like, stuff like he does. I'm not an artist, all that stuff. But it makes him happy that he's playing it on the TV and we're watching it, and of course I'm always like, heck yeah, man.
Look, I enjoy the creative process of doing it, and I have the best intentions. I'm trying to spread positivity and encouragement.
I enjoy your music. Man, I don't give a crap what anybody says.
Your lyrics are good.
Yeah.
I need to start selling my songs to other people.
It might be
who
just
can sing
like
them well.
A resentment too. The only time I've ever been in a music video is when I was passed out on a couch.
You know what? I actually have an idea for a music video I was going to ask you to be in, but I'm like, you won't do it.
No. A lot of this is because you've never included me, and I'm feeling some type of way.
He'll do it. I promise. Or we'll just browbeat him into it. This is part of my process to gain balance, Sam. I thought you was going to help me.
We're good enough. All of us are good enough friends that even if y'all really needed me to do something, even if I really didn't want to do it, I would still do it.
He'd do it.
I
know you would. So.
But I would actually, the only appearance I have is me when I was before the sleep apnea machine, before I got my CPAP. I was just on the couch at center point like this.
It's a good picture.
It was.
It's a good picture.
I feel like there's so many out there. The one during peer support training.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
it was real good.
Well, you were always sleeping.
Yeah. Well, man, I can help it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you're not.
Now people probably wish I was asleep.
I haven't even thought about that. Like, you don't walk around groggy and stuff no more.
No, man.
You never see him sleeping anymore.
Well, that's good. Yeah, part of that balance is a healthy life.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to get to my healthy life, I was going to have to take care of that sleep apnea problem,
And you've been being healthy in other ways, man. Yeah. You've been losing weight through not drinking sodas.
Well, that's probably my biggest goal I've been working on out of everything is trying to get a little, I've gotten to 42 and I'm like, I like me. And I'm like, I want to be around a little while longer.
Right. Yeah. I didn't think I'd make it to here. And now I'm like, oh, well, I might as well keep going.
Let's preserve what we got going on here.
Okay. Yeah. But, it's not been overnight for me with these life changes. It's all been little small steps.
But that's the thing. Like, if at least you're moving forward. That's what I tell people. And when I do peer support all the time, like, they're like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. But I'll always point out, but yes, you've done this and you've done this and you've done this. And they may be small things, but you're moving forward. You're not going backwards. And you're staying willing. You know?
And Joey hit me today. He was like, man, you have to go pants shopping.
Yeah, that's been needed for a couple months now.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure where the level off was and things. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go pants shopping, or at least ask relatives for Christmas presents and pants. What do you want for Christmas? Pants.
Pants. Just give me pants.
A whole bunch of pants.
Yeah, that's the great thing about peer support, though, is like we're doing right now. We're identifying goals, and we get to watch one another make these small steps.
Yeah,
it's like you can picture a staircase. You want to be at the top of the steps, but you got to take every one of these steps to get to that top. You know what I mean? And as we do with our participants that we see, even though the end goal seems so daunting, it's the beauty in the small steps that we usually have to remind one another or our participants that, hey, you've done that, you made this progress. They're like, oh yeah, I sure have. There goes the empowerment. There goes the motivation. And things like that. So.
I was sitting upstairs and Nathan was just buried in data like he always is. And I'm up there and I'm getting my data together for the Matter van that day. And I stopped and I looked and I walked in there and I was like, like 3 years ago we were in rehab.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're doing state reporting.
It's like sometimes I don't realize how far we've all come until like they'll just have these moments of, wow. Yeah. How did this happen?
Yeah, I mean, time flies. I can't believe it's been,
we're
3
all
years.
You're coming up on 4 years.
You guys got really gray in the process.
Yeah, man. I'm almost white-headed now.
Yeah.
I got my hat on, so y'all can't tell.
Oh, they've seen it.
It's probably gotten worse since last time they've seen it.
Probably gotten worse since earlier.
Yeah, God willing, and I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'll have 4 years, January 7th. So.
Yeah, coming up in February, and then you're August 17th, right?
Yeah, I just got over 3 years.
Yeah.
But I'll be 36 soon, so.
36? Yeah. That's what I told Matt the other day. I said, how are you going to be 36? He said, yes.
We'll go with that.
I think I'm going to be 33. I think.
Yeah, you're going to be 33, my friend.
I can't remember my age sometimes.
I've had that. I've had that.
Early 30s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shut up, Nathan.
30's the new 40, right?
Right.
You caught it. Yeah. It was a shot.
I don't know if that's how it
was
works.
a shot.
Yeah. Well, good. We have things to work on, Nathan, stop being so angry.
Yeah.
Sam, stop being so mean.
I guess, man, or at least seeming so mean,
Yeah.
And then Matt, get it together.
Right. What am I even doing? Yeah, man.
I don't want people to see me and be like, that guy's a jerk.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what I'm trying to put out in the world, so I'm going to work on that. Which I think I've come a long way since when Daphne has met me, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
But still, I don't like that. I don't want people to see me that way.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're doing a good job, but we can always do better. So I love you guys, man.
Love you too, buddy.
We got things to work on. Thanks for coming on today.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
This was good for us, I think, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we haven't sit down, all three of us.
Be a little vulnerable with our audience.
Yeah.
But, yeah, check us out on YouTube or listen to our audio versions on Apple, Google, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music. And as always, stay grateful.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction or in recovery and needs guidance, speak with Turning Point's team of peer support specialists by calling 270-444-3621. You are not alone, and we are proof that recovery is possible.